Hi, I'm Fame Ketover of Lenguin.com, and this is Mandarin Chinese. Now it's your turn to say the things you learned in the last lesson. Plus, you'll learn the Chinese characters. Let's get started. Listen.
你是在哪儿生的？我是在德州生的。
Notice that once again, the details of a completed action are asked with the 是的 construction. Repeat the verb to be born.
生，生，生。
Try repeating, I was born in Texas.
我是在德州生的。我是在德州生的。
Here, it's the place that's focused upon, and therefore,
在德州
is within the 是的 construction. Repeat, I was born in Texas. Again.
我是在德州生的。我是在德州生的。
Try responding to the question. Assume that you were born in Texas.
你是在哪儿生的？我是在德州生的。
What's the word for California?
加州。
How do you say, he was born in California?
他是在加州生的。
Listen to this conversation. Mrs. Anderson is answering some questions about her husband and herself.
你是在哪儿生的？我是在德州生的。你爱人也是在德州生的吗？不是，他是在加州生的。
Now you try it. Assume that you were born in Texas and your spouse was born in California.
你是在哪儿生的？我是在德州生的。你爱人也是在德州生的吗？不是，他是在加州生的。
Repeat the question. Where were you born?
你是在哪儿生的？你是在哪儿生的？
Here it's the question phrase,
在哪儿
which is focused upon. So it's within the 是的 construction. How do you say, where were you born?
你是在哪儿生的？
Try asking the question, where were you born?
你是在哪儿生的？我是在山东生的。
Now let's turn our attention from where to when. You already learned how to say yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Now we'll take a look at the days of the week. Listen.
你们是星期四到的吗？不是，我们是星期五到的。
Repeat the sentence. No, we arrived on Friday.
不是，我们是星期五到的。不是，我们是星期五到的。
Try responding to the question yourself. Assume that you arrived on Friday.
你是星期四到的吗？不是，我们是星期五到的。
Mrs. Anderson is asked another question. Listen.
你们星期几走？我们星期天走。
Repeat. We are leaving on Sunday. Notice the difference in word order between Chinese and English.
我们星期天走。我们星期天走。
Try responding to the question yourself now. Say that you're leaving on Sunday.
你们星期几走？我们星期天走。
Now let's take a look at the question, what day are you leaving? The question word what day is the word for week, followed by the bound word for how many.
几
Repeat, which day?
星期几？星期几？星期几？
Repeat the question, what day are you leaving?
你们星期几走？你们星期几走？
Try asking the question now. What day are you leaving?
你们星期几走？我们星期天走。
Now take Mrs. Anderson's part and answer the questions about your arrival and departure. You arrived on Friday and you're leaving on Sunday.
你们是星期四到的吗？不是，我们是星期五到的。你们星期几走？我们星期天走。
Now, let's turn our attention to asking and answering questions about when someone was born. Listen to this exchange.
你是哪年生的？我是1939年生的。
Repeat the question word, which year?
哪年？哪年？哪年？
Since we're interested in which year the event happened, not whether or not the event happened, which can be assumed, the question is asked using the 是的 construction. Try repeating the question, which year were you born?
你是哪年生的？你是哪年生的？
Try asking it again.
你是哪年生的？我是1939年生的。
To answer the question, which year were you born? Replace the question word with the year. Repeat the year, 1939, which is literally 1939 year.
1939年。1939年。1939年。
Now try repeating, I was born in 1939.
我是1939年生的。我是1939年生的。
How do you say 1939?
1939年。
How do you say, I was born in 1939?
我是1939年生的。
Try answering the question. What year were you born? Say that you were born in 1939.
你是哪年生的？我是1939年生的。
Here's a similar exchange.
你是哪年生的？我是1952年生的。
Repeat, 1952.
1952年。1952年。1952年。
Now you answer the question. Say that you were born in 1952.
你是哪年生的？我是1952年生的。
From year of birth, we go to month of birth. Listen.
你是几月生的？我是7月生的。
Repeat the sentence, I was born in July.
我是7月生的。我是7月生的。
Try answering the question, what month were you born? Answer, July.
你是几月生的？ 我是7月生的。
As with the days of the week, we're dealing with low numbers when we talk about the months. The question word,
几
literally how many, is usually used with low numbers. And it's used here. Repeat which month.
几月？几月？几月？
Repeat. What month were you born?
你是几月生的？你是几月生的？
Ask again. What month were you born?
你是几月生的？我是7月生的。
Now try answering the following questions. Assume that you were born in July of 1939.
你是哪年生的？我是1939年生的。你是几月生的？我是7月生的。
Now listen as Mrs. Anderson is asked her day of birth.
你是几号生的？我是4号生的。
Repeat the expression, what day? Literally, what number?
几号？几号？几号？
Repeat, what day were you born?
你是几号生的？你是几号生的？
Try asking it ahead of the speaker.
你是几号生的？我是4号生的。
Repeat, I was born on the 4th.
我是4号生的。我是4号生的。
How do you say, I was born on the 6th?
我是6号生的。
Try responding to the question about the date of birth. Say that you were born on the 4th.
你是几号生的？我是4号生的。
The questions asking, what month were you born and what day were you born, are often combined into one question. Listen.
你是几月几号生的？我是7月4号生的。
The month comes first, then the day. Repeat, I was born on the 4th of July.
我是7月4号生的。我是7月4号生的。
Try answering the question yourself. Assume that your birthday is July 4th.
你是几月几号生的？我是7月4号生的。
Now try answering all the questions concerning your date of birth. Again, assume your birthday is July 4th, 1939.
你是哪年生的？我是1939年生的。你是几月几号生的？我是7月4号生的。
好，我们下课吧。Remember to head over to Lenguin.com to do the exercises. That's Lenguin, as in Lenguin the Penguin. Thanks for watching. I want to thank all of our supporters who have helped to make these courses possible. We want to keep making free courses for you. And with your help, we can do that. So be sure to head over to our Patreon page, where, in exchange for as little as $1, you'll get bonus stuff. Until next time, stay cool.